Hey everybody, welcome to Adventures with Peps. We are on day 31 to day 36 of the Spillways adventures. I am still going strong, it's just very sporadic getting these podcasts. So, right, grab yourself a cup of coffee. I don't know how long this episode's going to be, so have a cup of coffee, get comfortable, sit back, and enjoy. Right, day 31. So we had just explored the kitchen area of the Kelp Pharmacy column, and now we are leaving the kitchens behind us as it's time to rest. Ol and Oldie are led to a dormitory block, 17 Zeta, which serves as a resting zone for workers and Kelp Pharmacy employees, visiting maintenance crews and other personnels. The key features of this area are the sleeping pods. Each pod is very cheaply made, as you would expect from a mega corporation. It's serviceable, but it basically looks like a repurposed body locker with a very thin mattress and an air vent for recycled air. There's a lot more security visible as the duo move through this area, with noticeable checkpoints leading deeper into the facility, scientists, researchers, other security guards all having to check and show ID as they travel further into the column itself. This could be a possible future adventure area, but that will be for another day. They also get checked for contamination as they travel towards the resting zone. There's weird noises all around, especially once they're left on their own and in the dark. I know with most new places, there's the sound of resting metal, the traditional creaks and groans of a building coming to rest after a day of activity. But there's something weird, some kind of scraping noise in the vent system. Possible side quest ideas for this area. Missing crewmen. A visiting maintenance crew have lost a member. Can the team help them? Vent crawlers. Why do some long-term visitors install locks inside their units? Contraband. Of course, wherever visitors arrive, there's always going to be some contraband and some trading going on. And what exactly is on the other side of the Kelp Pharmacy doorways? You'd have to get past security. That's going to be tough. Day 32. First steps. Ol stepped out of the dormitory block, 17 Zeta, with a stiff yawn, rolling his shoulders as the reinforced door shut behind him. The sleeping pods were barely usable, just a step up from an actual coffin, but at least they were quiet enough for rest. And now was the time for work. Oldie waited, 1 foot tapping patiently against the cracked ferrocrete outside this hab unit. Kelp security enforcers, built like walking slabs of muscle, paced around, wrapped in reinforced synth leather, with filtration masks hanging loose around their thick necks. One of them waited across from Oldie. "I'm Galback. I'm here to escort you to the airlock. Let's go." If he talks more during these podcasts, don't expect the voice to be the same. I don't even know why I did a voice there. I thought it'd be funny. Not a warm welcome, but with Old beside him, they fell in line and headed to the Spillway airlocks. So for day 23, I decided to roll up the stats for Gal Balak. I'm not entirely sure how long he'll be in the story, but I felt it was worth giving him some stats, as I had named him after all, and I didn't want to give too much of a backstory because we don't actually know who he is at this time, or even how long he'll be in it, so I wasn't going to spend too long on it. I am thinking of using Van Saar models, if I can find some. I'll probably have to buy the box set, but I think they'll make good security personnel. They might be a bit too big for Judge Dredd, though. That's the problem I have with Necromunda models. I have the Delac gang. I have the Goliath gang. I also have the Ash Wasters. I want to use them in Judge Dredd, but I'm worried they look too bulky, so I'm not entirely sure if I'll use them or if I'll just have to find some other model to represent the security forces. I could also use the City Block Special Forces guys. They kind of look like paramilitary security guards, so I've got options either way. So Gal Balak, he is Strength 2, Initiative 27, Combat Skill 25, Drive Skill 15, Tech Skill 14, Street Skills 23, Med Skills 21, Psi 5, so he is an above average City Def kind of character. He's got a -10 surrender modifier armed with his service spit pistol. He also has a micro-vid radio phone to chat with security, along with personal armor and filtration masks. Day 34. Airlock, gateway to the depth. Gal walks them towards the airlock, which is a monstrous construction, a divide between the stable and safe hab zone and the festering filth of the spillways. Towering above, the main cargo gate looms, big enough to swallow a Helltracker rig with ease. It was rarely used these days, and stood silent, full of menace as the group approached. Human-sized doors spread throughout the sides, some leading in, some leading out. These also led to scrubbing stations, decontamination units, and chemical showers. Ol was stunned by the cleanliness of it all. Aldi mentioned rumours of some doors that led to places you never returned from. At this, Balak turned, shooting Old an evil stare and bluntly ending the chat. As they drew closer, 2 more kelp security guards appeared, and seeing Balak, they just waved them on. Day 35. As they passed the first doors, Ol is hit by a decom mist. Burning cold to the humid air of the hab zone, a green light flashed and Balak moved on. The second inner door hissed. Balak and Oldie raised their filtration units. Ol was slow to do this and was hit by the mix of garbage rot, chemicals and raw human waste smells. Ol rapidly applied his masks at his companion's laughter. Then the final door opened. Day 36. Gloom swept through the room as lights blinked out, as eyes soon adjusted and saw the industrial nightmare ahead that is the spillways. Broken walkways, rusting pipes, canals of sludge. The air itself just seemed wrong and heavy with humidity even through the filtration units. Oldie chuckled. First time's the worst, and with that, they stepped into the spillway. That's where we're going to stop for this episode. So we're finally into the spillway properly. We'll do a quick recap of what we have seen so far. So we started up on the main level of Sector 102, where we were basically at a recycling processing plant surrounded by toxic ground that was sludgy and muddy and gross, full of waste. It looked disgusting from the outside. The entrance for people on foot was guarded by the 2 giant robots, Argus and Cerberus. And when we went through there, we were found to have a welcome center that seemed to be really run down and pretty gross. It smelled bad, it looked bad. There only was a welcome droid in there. But then when we entered the elevator, things seemingly changed. The smell disappeared, the air freshened up, and we opened up into a habitation zone that was actually well maintained and relatively clean for something that was underground and deals with garbage processing. Here we learnt that mega corporations sponsored the work crews, and a lot of the human work crews actually opted to have genetic modifications to help them breathe and process the air better in the spillways. We also investigated a little bit of kelp pharmacy, their column being the main structure within this space, with the biggest work crews and obviously the most financing behind them. We discovered a little kitchen, which was fun. And then we started off some side quests that we can investigate at a later date when I want to explore further. And then finally, we've gone through the proper airlock and we are in the spillways for real now. So hopefully I'll come back very soon with another episode. But until then, I do appreciate you stopping by, listening to me ramble on for like 10 minutes. And I hope you'll like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you and let you hear me talk in another episode again real soon. As always, drop a like, drop a comment, hit subscribe, share with friends. This is all free to do. If you feel like being extra special and generous, you can sign up to the coffee club. It basically buys me a cup of coffee once a month. Or you could drop a super and just say hi. Either way, I love ya, and goodbye. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and then go watch this one. This one up here. Give it a click. Bye-bye.